Hi, and welcome. My name is Ashley Lauren. I'm an exercise physiologist, and I currently work at a health resort. I really enjoy what I do, and I get to learn a lot about the people that come to work with me and also from the people that I work with. Um, so today I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about my day, some things that have been going on in my heart, and some things that I've been working on. So the first thing is having self-control in our lives and how that contributes to a healthy person overall. So having self-control in the things that we eat or don't eat, but also in our attitudes, our behaviors, in every facet of our lives. So if you could write down the person that you want to be on a sheet of paper, we're always told to write down the characteristics of the person that we want to meet, but I'm talking about the person that you aspire to be. So that it could be physical characteristics, could be internal characteristics, things that would make the world a better place. All right, positive things that would make a positive change, either just for you or for those around you. Okay, so self-control is really important. They used to call it temperance, and these are things that are not popular in the culture today. And I feel that they can bring a lot of peace into our lives and a lot of joy into our hearts, and more than anything, just contentment into our lives. So I'm not saying that we should be a doormat or we should be run over or that we should allow ourselves to be too rigid, but to exercise self-control and to know that you have power, you actually have a superpower, and it's called self-control. Okay, so every time you sit down to eat or choose where you're going to spend your time, whether you're going to go out and do something you shouldn't or go to the gym, you have that power to choose. So having self-control is really important. Another thing is having confidence in who you are. So we're not always going to act perfectly, and sometimes we're going to say and do things that aren't completely correct. We're going to make mistakes, but that doesn't have to define who we are. We're human, we're alive, we're always changing, we're always becoming something different in a way, and hopefully better. So if you have that list of attributes you want to be, and you may change it over time, I'll give you an example. For me, I always want to be better. I want to be a more patient person. I want to be strong in my convictions and in my beliefs, and I want to execute that in a way that isn't off-putting to others. I want to be as gentle as possible. So I don't always do that correctly, but it's something that I always work towards. And then I have the physical aspect. I like to work on my muscles because it gives me something to change and to kind of manipulate or mold. Okay, so I'm very thankful that I get to be able to do that. All right, so we talked a little bit about self-control today and having self-confidence. It goes into having kindness again. And sometimes we need to be firm in our beliefs, and kindness isn't always the best option. Sometimes we need to be more firm, but overall, I think, finding that place within ourselves to where we're content. We don't necessarily have to be happy, but we're not sad. We just feel content. Finding that sweet spot and being able to stay there. Okay, that is my dream in life. That is my everlasting goal in life. And sometimes you have to go through the hard part to get there, the conflicts to get there. But if you try to turn every situation around, not necessarily in your favor, but for the greater good, without overthinking everything and being a people pleaser, if that can resonate naturally, I mean, personally, that's something that I'm going after every single day. All right, so I'm going to give you a couple stretches that you can do at your desk because I feel many of us work at home now. We are sedentary, okay, and the way that we sit and our posture really has a lot to do with how we're feeling throughout the day, okay? Whether or not we're getting enough oxygen to our brain. Sometimes we're shallow breathing. I know when I was doing school and I was sitting all day that I've noticed that I'm not taking deep breaths. So even just first thing in the morning when you wake up, put your feet on the ground, deep breath in through your nose and let it out through your mouth slowly. So you can take a 3-second count, breathe it in all the way, hold it for 3 seconds, and then let it out. You can't let it out anymore, okay? All right, so you want to do that 3 or 4 times, and that will help to refocus you, bring oxygen, new oxygen to your brain, and then take a break, and then you can do that again. So there's a couple stretches I'll show you, all right? So if you're sitting at your desk, make sure you're sitting on your sit bones, that you're not favoring one hip or the other for too long at least. All right, try to keep the legs uncrossed if you can. You can do an overhead stretch. You can reach the arms up, tilt to the side, other side. Bring it down, you can round the back, flip the hands over, open up the upper back, and do your shoulder stretch. And switch sides. And of course, clasp the hands behind the back and open up the chest. And look up. And then release it. And then roll the shoulders. And then you should take a break for at least, every hour that you're sitting, try to take a break and walk around so you don't lose your edge. And then you'll be able to think more clearly, and be more productive overall. Also make sure that you're drinking enough water. They always say you should drink, tons and tons of water, or half your body weight in ounces, and then you hear the other side of just drink when you're thirsty. So some people never get thirsty. So when do we drink? So I like the half your body weight in ounces. I think that's good as a goal, but you also don't want to drown your electrolytes out of your body and all your vitamins and minerals. So kind of like between the two. Drink when you're thirsty. Don't chug water. Try to have it sipping it throughout the day. And I feel like that would be more conducive to homeostasis. Okay, we want to think always finding that perfect balance in life and being able to keep it, in our emotions, our actions, with everything we take in and everything we let back out into the world. So thanks so much for watching today. Hopefully the sound was a little bit better today. I tried to get a little closer to the camera. I'm going to be getting a new microphone, hopefully, to make that easier for you guys to hear me. So if you like this, please press like. You can also subscribe if you want to hear more encouragement, and you can share this with anyone that you might think would like to hear it. Thanks so much again for being here and for listening to me and for being as awesome as you are. Keep going. Don't give up. Don't settle for anything less than what you are going after. Okay? Write down those attributes, physical or internal, that you want to work on, and let's work on it together. Thanks so much for being here for the 3rd time. Thank you. Bye, guys.